Great. Not looking so good. Going into a tank mirror. Probably gonna lose this game, but we could try at least. Try to win this side at least, but it's not looking good. Never wanted to get into tank mirror, 4 tanks behind, but at least we got the equal amount of tanks already. But he's already leveled. He's got the item. We have the tarantula, which isn't horrible. We're gonna have to outplay this guy because he has a huge advantage. Might be able to push in here. But man, his tanks are way super tanky. That went better than I expected, but it's not looking good. We're gonna have to pull something. Lightning storm would just ruin us. Feel like we have to take it though, because we're about to lose the game. Wonder if we sell the tarantula? Not yet. Could just put this here. 2 more tanks. Let's go for speed. Might as well just put the tanks here since there's a good chance he's gonna do the lightning storm here. See? Probably could have sold this one for a shield. Probably should have done that. Probably shouldn't be playing people that are... I mean, this guy's 400 MMR lower than us. Probably should have just dodged. Because there's no benefit in us playing him. Very nice flank though. He's playing this quite well. The flank helps us because now the Mustangs don't get zapped. He's probably gonna lose his tower to the Rhino, so that's good. We need to kill this shield. There we go. Okay, this isn't bad. Can't kill this shield, so we're gonna get cleaned up. It's not good. Gets levels. That's the part that is really concerning. It's these levels. Wasp isn't gonna work necessarily unless you put it here. Very easy to counter the wasps. I think we go for the cell. We're gonna be alive for 2 more rounds though. That's the question. Time to sell this, maybe? Nope. Still pretty good. We need to go for mech rage now. I think we have to borrow. Probably could have put our own... Probably could have put our own wasp here, though. There might be a flank here. I think you just sell one of these. Now I guess you range, borrow, get another tank. maybe just here. Speed. Okay, this is kind of a throw. It might work though. But I think he's giving us an opportunity, and he's got the hacker with EMP, so I think he needs enhanced control instead, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident now because he went into the storms, which is not, he doesn't need storms. He needs to win the tank mirror. He needs to go techs on the tanks. But that hacked Rhino is going to be the end of us, and that's going to be it. Look at this. It's 400 MMR difference. All right. Yeah, you know, it sucks to lose the MMR, but out of all our accounts, this is the our lowest account. So we have 3 accounts that are higher, I think. See, we have account here. We have 3 accounts, 28, 33, and 37. And we're here. We're lower than this now, but I don't mind playing people 400 MMR lower and just losing all the MMR. Just doesn't matter because, you know, it's kind of like the throwaway account. But in theory, you should probably dodge someone if they're under 400 MMR lower than you, because you can always lose to anyone, especially if you get into a tank bat mirror and you theoretically need to pivot, but you don't want to. Then you're gonna lose. I tried to make that happen, but the opponent there, I don't love the way he played that. That was a bit risky, in my opinion. All right, giant spec or typhoon spec? Go for the typhoon. You get 300 value from the typhoon itself. So, it's very good economically. We don't even care what he's got. It doesn't matter what he has. We don't even need to look. We just set up our units. Put the 2 crawlers in the behind here. Actually, you could also go for crawlers, but later you can go for fangs to shield the missiles. But generally speaking, maybe this is slightly better. So, okay, elite spec. I'm not sure how good elite spec is. In a tank mirror, it could be quite risky. You have to be careful you don't get tempoed out. The fact that he's not starting with tanks is great news. Let's keep an eye on it if we can sell the guns or not. This guy is just giving us a free tarantula. And this looks like it's going to be kind of useful. So at this point, we keep all our guns. So he went for 2 arc lights. Does this mean he's gonna try to the quick teleport is interesting, but I don't think we can go for it. It's too much money. I'd rather just go like a tank and 2 chaff. Don't want to upgrade. Or should we upgrade this? I don't think you want to upgrade this. You think you want the 2 extra deploys. 4 squares over to prevent the missiles. Okay, he's going into some kind of carry arc-light, but he doesn't have the carry text. He's got anti-air. He needs armor. So I don't know about this. Maybe elite marksman, but I think like the elite marksman doesn't do anything. It's, you know, the extra attack isn't that much. Really, he needs the armor seems to be better than this for the money especially. So I think we win this side here, right? Can we at least kill this arclight? That would definitely give us like a lot of levels. Oh no. That's the worst possible timing. Okay, there we go. At least we killed it. This is gonna... This might take a few shots here. Almost enough to give us a free tarantula. The tower timing does nothing for him, but this wall is gonna stand in our way. Unless he walks through it. Okay. If we can get this... Oh, that's too bad. Missile strike or laser sights? Don't think we need any of these. Yeah, so just keep going into more tanks. Probably need to sell out of the Void Eyes at some point. Not sure if it's now. Start building more stuff here, or do we just give up on this side? I think you need something for the anti-air at this point, so probably put something here. Okay, he sells out of his tarantulas, so now he's purely into arc lights. I don't think he can win without the armor, and the EMP doesn't do anything for him. The only tech he's got is the elite marksman, which is way too expensive. The DPS isn't the problem. The tankability of the arc lights is the problem. He needs to have he needs to try to find the fortified arc-light card. Guess we could also go into Shielded Fangs here. Shielded Fangs would be good into the arc-light. Okay. Now it makes sense that we're losing this. He's got a technology, we have no techs. The only question is, do you get range to match his range, or do you get the mech rage? We have to start selling stuff now. The Wraith or the Phoenix. Let's keep the Phoenix. I'm really scared of the Scorpion. If he goes for the Scorpion, I think he's got a good chance to win this. Can we throw this in the back, or is this just Arclight just gonna mess us up? Yeah, I think this is just a sell. Yeah, maybe it's range first, just so we can match his range. And I feel like you do need, I feel like we could go into some more of these. Because he's probably going to go Scorpion. Okay, he wants to play it pure. No Scorpions. I don't agree with this. I think if he went Scorpion with range, we'd be in a tough situation. But if he wants to play like mono unit battle, then of course, you know, we'd be really happy about that. What is this? Holy crap. Wait. Is this like the gospel or something? What is this? That's crazy. Okay, so a little very, very concerning. But it's kind of like an all-in though. We just have to shut this down somehow with maybe missiles, maybe Mustangs. Mustangs seem to be reasonable. He does have field maintenance, doesn't run armor, so but I think it's the same thing, right? If he has level 2 Wraith. So a little bit worrying now because all of a sudden now we're playing into the air battle. So okay, we have to think about this now. This is not no longer the same situation as it was before. Advanced missile device can be good, but he can put a crawler here and I think, right? Electromag. Guess you could just electromag this. Heavy armor. I think the safest option is just to go heavy armor on this guy because he's level 3. We're gonna need something. We're gonna need missiles. We're gonna need I guess we should just go Typhoon, right? With aerial spec. Hard to say here. Like, I want tank. I wanted some tanks to just be able to block this, and then I want something that can kill his Wasp. So what do we do here? What do we sell out of? Probably sell out of the Void Eye. And I don't know. Really don't know. You would imagine it's the Typhoon here. We gotta build 2 Typhoons. Better to just like try to go for a missile here and then like try to go for a missile here. And let's yeah, well I think we go for a couple Mustangs. Uh-oh. Let's get a level in the tower. Yeah, the Mustang's not going to be enough. At least we got a level on the tower. So we're not going to be fully screwed. Like, this is going to hold, this is going to more or less hold them off for a bit. In retrospect, we had enough money to get another level in the tower, but maybe we clean everything up before the tower timing matters. Doesn't have elite spec yet. And we still have these Phoenixes, so the Phoenixes should be able to clean these guys up. At least we didn't sell the Phoenix. Uh-oh. Are we gonna be able to get this Wraith? Okay, that's not bad. Wait, I think we scam them here. Very nice. Now he's gonna go for the jump drive, but we could still go for the missile just in case he doesn't. I don't know. Like, the missile is still good, but now we have to watch out for his missile into us, right? I think the best thing to do is just to not even respond to his missile. Just build more Mustangs if that's what the game is gonna be, if it's gonna be a Mustang game. I want to click this so bad. And I wonder if he just put like 2 things here. But man, surely he's gonna warp it in here, right? Do we need to start going for our own like poles here? Or is it just 2 more Mustangs? Because we know that one of them is gonna get blown up from the missile strike. Okay, sell something again. Get a level on this tower just to be safe. Okay. At least we put this here. I mean, he can jump around these wasps as much as he wants. He's got a timer though. That's the problem. It's not gonna work forever. Like unless he, you know, hard text them. Okay. It's gonna get the tower, and yeah, we're gonna be in a pretty poor position for 7 seconds. The question is, can he time us out? Can he tempo us out? Because he just needs to win like 2 more rounds like this, and then you know he's got us. Okay, good thing we put the level on this tower, but I don't want to put too many levels on the tower. I want to be able to respond to his cheese properly. I wonder if it's clicking aerial spec. And now his wasps are getting insane levels. Okay, to be honest, I'm a little bit concerned here. Farseer, I think, is kind of good. But I think you just click aerial spec as well. Where did his Wraith go? His Wraith went somewhere. Alright, so now we just start throwing stuff in his flank, I think. Super high level, though. Still, it doesn't matter. We have to start applying some kind of pressure. Start putting down more missiles, because I'm a little bit worried here. Okay. All right, do we go attack or defense? Or mix? Okay. I have a feeling like we're gonna all of a sudden see like a mountain or something. Okay, this is kind of good. This is kind of good. Especially with this, but they're both gonna hit the. I feel like they're both gonna hit this one, the crawler, unfortunately. The Vulcan is a bit uncalled for. It's a lot of money just to unlock the Vulcan, just to kill a couple Mustangs. I don't think the Mustangs are his problem, especially since he doesn't need Mustangs here. He needs Mustangs here to die. So we finally, I think, solved this flank problem. Now, does he have any anti-air to deal with the Phoenixes? Some of his own crawlers are running in. All right, so we become the cheeser now. Don't worry. I think we can. I think we still kind of got this. Like, I'm not worried. Just because we shut down his wasps, now I'm feeling like. And he went for the unlock. Or wait, did he get the Vulcan for free? I think so. All right. Skip here. He's got his carry tech, but we also have we just need some we need something to deal with his crawlers, right? His crawlers are a little scary. Let's do this. And I think we just keep adding. What do we keep adding? Like, do we add Phoenix? I'm not prepared to lose on the ground. I want armor AP bullets here. I'm just slightly worried about his stuff. Why don't we go for the oil just so we can burn his own chaff? And we'll go for another tank. have to float 100, I think, unless we sell something. When do we sell one of these guns? 250. That's kind of awkward. Sell this. Go for the extra armor, I think. Second row of tanks. Okay, he's got replicate. Wasn't expecting replicate. Not sure how good the replicate is. I think like underground threat or loose formation could be better, but now he's just pretty much just said, okay, I lost the game because I couldn't kill you with the wasp. And just look at this. It's just complete devastation. Who knows? Maybe I'm calling it too quickly here, but it's not looking good for him. The only question is, what about the AP shell? Because that would be kind of good. I think you might want as much as I want another heavy armor. I mean, around this would be crazy. 4 heavy armor, or do you need the range? 125. You might need the range though. That's the thing. Right. So I think instead of going AP, we just build more tanks. We'll upgrade this. 3 more tanks. And this is mainly just for chaff clear. Alright, what if we just like missiled here and then like accidentally killed his or do we just keep this here? Alright, a missile maybe? I think you missiled this. Okay, he keeps it here. He keeps 1 pack here. Not sure how good that missile is. It might not kill everything. Okay, this is a pretty good missile. I didn't realize that he had the missile. Very nice sell here. He's gonna get these Mustangs, but the Mustangs only did 9,000. His problem isn't the Mustang. His problem is not the Mustang. We forgot to sell our gun. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest missile. But I mean, look at this. Everything's just pulled straight line into the tower. Carry arc lights can't do anything. And I think this is going to be, you know, I don't think we can win here, but it's going to be very close. Towers are still level 1. Yeah, you know, he did a really good job with those wasps. Like, those wasps were just, you know, it made us commit into so many things we didn't want to commit into. But okay, so now the mountain's out, right? Now we need to think about this. Just go for the melter, right? Because if the mountain's out, you know, he's gonna go for, you know, that's his only chance to win, is with a mountain. So you have to go for this. Probably even click range. And you don't care. Now you don't. Now you're not worried about him cheesing you with the mountain, right? Because, you know. All right, I think it's time to start borrowing. Range speed. Need to think about this though. What do we need? Sell this. We already have full techs. Probably want a shield here just to dodge the missile. Do want more tanks, but I wouldn't mind like just some more chaff as well. Probably put a shield down for this. 200 left over. Okay. Could just go for another one here. And 50. We'll just put it down, I guess, for his mountain. His mountain should be around here, I guess. No mountain. We have semi-war crime. got EMP. He's got quad tech. He's got the. Why did he go AA? That's ridiculous. Why would you go AA when you only have one air unit? That's ridiculous. But I'm not happy about going for fangs now because we you know we lose to to this, but I just don't think he can kill our tanks fast enough. But he kind of countered what we did. Like we were basically almost going into some kind of shielded fang play. Let's see though. I don't know. Like this is okay. I was gonna say it was kind of close, but not really. Right. Well, yeah. We lost one time to carry Arclight. He needs to have the armor, and he needs to have the fortified Arclight card, and he needs to have, and we need to not have EMP, and it works. But yeah, EMP doesn't do anything to the sledges. Oh, we're going up against the T-Man. Yeah, after after the tanks get nerfed, our MMR might go to 1500. I'm not sure, but it might also just go down by 100. We have a couple other strategies, but I feel like the tank is just easier to play. The gospel would indeed probably be would probably be pretty scary. Now here's the problem. We don't have anything that's good. We don't have any really amazing tank packs. This giant spec is complete garbage. I hate the giant. I mean, but you do get the free tanks. I actually go for this because the Mustangs are kind of good. The Mustangs are actually kind of good. So like you always want Mustangs as part of your build. Almost always. Late game, 100%. So he looks like he's gonna push in. I don't think he's probably gonna push in here, right? So what do? You don't need marksman because you already have some AA. Probably just need to have some fangs just to slow him down. So probably just 2 fangs. I'll put one here, put one there. Maybe I should just put 2 here right away. So you'd imagine that this is gonna be the first tank pack. Your first tank pack is gonna be here. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So something here, and then I've never tried this. Usually I always just put this here, but you'd imagine he's going ASIM, so I might as well just go ASIM as well. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just do this. And probably bring this up a little bit. There's no downside in having this a little bit more forward. Except for that it's going to run into his gun. So that's a huge problem, but we'll be able to sort that out next round. Good thing he put something here, so at least these guys, they don't do absolutely nothing. Maybe he locks onto this gun. No, he doesn't. He's elite spec. Playing another elite spec. Yeah, you need the tanks, You need to wait for we need to get some tanks online. T-Man's actually pretty good into our builds. Like he's been winning. I think he's beat us 3 times, and we've only won twice. So he's a very unique player. Usually I would go for like 2 more chaff here, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. Like 2 chaff seems good, but it also feels like we already have enough chaff. So I'll just do this. I also probably want a missile here. Try to get like a juicy missile. Maybe this missile... Yeah, maybe the missile isn't that good. Okay, not bad. Okay. We won the second round, which is impressive, because going into elite spec, you know, usually he's going to win the first couple rounds. So this is already pretty good. Fire is just too good to pass up. We'll take the fire immediately. And yeah, we know he's probably going to fire us as well. Probably start selling this. I don't know. I probably want to have this here so I can get some kind of force of response or something. Maybe it's better here. Because you want him to put stuff in the tower. You know, you want him to put useless garbage behind here. I mean, even this, you don't even need the crawler at this point. Just this free tank is fine. Where did that tank go? Okay. So just this free tank here is going to be enough for him to build something. We can sell out of it later. Probably start selling this. We need to upgrade this. Just put a tank down here, I think. And yeah, everything here is going to be on fire, so no point in upgrading anything. All right, maybe we do put something here. Or we could just put something here for the missile. Okay. Very nice beacon. As I said, T-Man's he might be underrated. He's extremely good. I mean, he's predicting the fire, he's moving out of it, but I'm not sure if this is gonna work for him because these units are taking way too long to come in. He actually beat us with Carry Rhino, but the thing was it loses easily to a hacker with enhanced control, so I want him to see, I wanted to see him go into rhinos, and I want to beat him with enhanced control. Part of me just wants to sell out of the Fire Badger now, put down the oil, and then bring it back later. Okay, the Phoenix is pretty good. Just take the Phoenix, put it on our strong side. So sell out of this. More tanks. Mech Rage. Are there 2 more chaff or like it's either 2 more chaff or we go into no, I don't mind 2 more chaff, but I feel like the tank is kind of what we need though. Kind of pains me not to go for the second chaff. I'm kind of worried about this side. Like, you could just throw a rhino with a beacon in and we'd be in some trouble. So we're going to have to kind of take a risk here. Imagine putting this here instead. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Why don't we go for it? We try to go for high IQ plays, but at the same time, you don't want to be giving, you know, we will just do this. I don't know about the missile. It's probably not bad to put one here. Okay, nothing here. Looks like he just levels up the tower, or okay, there, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Go here. Come on, Phoenix. Okay, well, 1 Phoenix is more than enough, but dude, what are you doing? That's completely our fault. I try to put the Phoenix to make it like, to make it split. I wanted to go split. And now we have a little bit of a problem with these rhinos. He's gonna beat us with the, he's gonna try to beat us with the rhinos again, but we go enhance hacker control. Okay, advanced missile device is pretty good, I think, but 15,000 doesn't do anything. He ignores this flank, which is just very, very, it's very annoying that he ignores it. I guess you could go for a Vulcan's Descent, but we need to deal with this problem here. Okay, so we have to use hackers. It's not the unit that I love, but it is our only hope. Enhanced control, I think, is what we need. Probably 2 here, since there's so many hackers coming in on the strong side. Maybe we need to missile this just to be sure. Yeah, he's adding more he's adding more rhinos, so this is the good play. The Mustangs are getting really juicy here. You'd imagine there's going to be another attack soon. Probably the Whirlwind pretty soon. But let's see if we can hack one of his rhinos. That should be enough to counter a lot of what he's doing. Come on. Yeah, the Whirlwind would be devastating. Oh, it's getting... This is not good. This is not good. He's gonna swipe. He's gonna swipe at it. Oh, that was close. Okay. Okay, so huge failure. Huge failure. And I feel like this is, you know, when you come out with the hackers, you need to be able to win that first round. And this is going to be the beginning of the end, I think. But you can't get out of the hacker. That's the thing. He can't. I mean, he can't get out of the rhino. That's the thing. Can we ever go Phantom Ray, click armor? I feel like you have to. Okay, need more tanks. We need a hacker and we need more tanks. Oh boy, look at this. He's got anti-missile? What's the missiles coming from? Where are the missiles coming from? That's the question. How does he know that we clicked the Phantom Ray? This is ridiculous. Like, where are the missiles besides the Phantom Ray? Fine. Well, you know what? The Phantom Ray, at least, it's only there to tank. I just don't understand why he went anti-missile. That's so bad. We didn't hack anything here. Boy, oh boy, what can we do here? At least the fire's off cooldown. None of these guys got a level. He's got crazy jacked up rhinos. We need AP shells. You'd imagine he's probably gonna try. So the Phantom Rays are kind of garbage. You know, we probably have to start selling out of them. Let's just go AP shells. Gonna need something for the, he might oil us as well. I think we go for our own oil here. Need to borrow, get range, get attack. And we probably need some kind of chaff clear, like a missile for the chaff. Maybe, okay, so he's got the, he's always one step ahead. Look at this. He's got the fire with the extinguisher. It makes sense, but the good news is, well, like, that was his deployments, right? The bad news is that the chaff is going to be streaming in. But we do have AP shells. Let's keep that in mind. Doesn't have the spin to win yet. Come on. Why can't we get a hack on? What's going on? Can't even get a single hack through. Okay, well, we got this. At least we got this. I wasn't even watching here. This is looking good. Get a tower, but no more hackers. Okay, we got one more hacker left, but okay. Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. This is working. This is working. Advanced missile device. You can't hit anything with them advanced missiles. Okay, Wasp, no Wasp. Farseer can be good. Storms, no Storms. Saber could be sold, but the Farseer, yeah, you can't go Farseer either. Have to go for the cell. Okay, so we got AP shells. He's got missiles everywhere. We need some kind of like, we need something that can clear the chaff. But really, there's nothing. There's nothing that we can go into that can clear chaff, really. You just need more. I mean, what if you just went exploding rhino yourself? How good would that be? Not to kill his rhino, but just to like clear his chaff a little bit. Like, doesn't even need to be high level. It just needs to be like, oh, I want you to go explosion here. I think this could be a good play. This could be a good play. Maybe not here because there's nothing going there, but I think in terms of in terms of chaff clear, this could actually work. No need for it to be level 2 again. We'll complete our line and yeah, probably need to go for attack here. Okay, he's got the spin to win, but there's going to be a huge chunk of his army that's going to be missing once this explodes. Look at this. Boom, boom. There goes all his chaff. And with enhanced control, he's going to be in trouble once we hack one. But unfortunately, oh no, that was close. That was close. That was so close, but we were going to get this guy. Look at this. See, we learned our lesson with playing against Team Man last time, right? You have to go for hackers. And look at this. Now he's in some trouble, I think. We're feeling like, we're on the top of the world. But he could also hack us. Keep that in mind. He could also hack us. I think we go for laser sights and just put it onto maybe one of these hackers. Would love to start putting stuff here, but he's got some missiles. It's not going to work right away. You probably need something here, but then you do have to understand there's going to be, he's going to probably be countering this already. What do we do? Do we just go for the poles anyways? Or is it just more hacker? I think it's more. You can go range on the hacker or something. I mean, we just need something that can kill all this stuff. He just EMPs, but then what if you just go photon, right? But then what if he goes hacker himself? That's the big problem. That's the big problem. So I'll just go more tanks. Maybe get a level on this tower just in case. And maybe missile here. Where's the hacker? No hacker, but surely there's some kind of EMP or something. Drilling claws. That's just the shield. Okay. I like his play. Okay, so you went for EMP, but man, look at all these crawlers coming in. Look at all these crawlers coming in. That's not good. Should have got a level maybe on this tower. The crawler is just stuck. And that's going to be it. Wait a second. Look at this. Oh no, it didn't hack it. It didn't hack it. We got scammed. All right. All right. I'm impressed that the hackers actually like he was still able to win. It was just because he even went photon. You'd imagine the photon just helps him survive, just gives him more HP. You would think that the hackers would work here, wouldn't you? Right? I just don't understand. Like maybe you just need more hackers instead of the sledges. But then the problem is you need something that can kill the rhino. So you need like melters. But then the problem is there's so much chaff coming through, right? So I wouldn't mind just trying that real quick to see if there's if there's a way with like maybe melter. I mean steel balls potentially as well. I thought it was as easy as just putting in the Phantom Ray oil. Yeah, Phantom Ray oil would actually have been good, I think. Because you can't do anything about that. Yeah, I think you need the melters with the with these guys. Either melter or steel ball. I feel like it's either, if it's melter, you gotta go what, like probably have to go thinking more steel balls actually. Because melter, like you can, do we have the fortified target lock? So I might try that. I think I need a third ball here. Maybe I need to beacon these guys over. Upgrade everything. Maybe just upgrade this guy so his boom is a little bit bigger. Alright, let's see what happens here. We gotta sell the Phantom Ray. Fortunately, they're not locking onto the right unit. The balls it's just not doing anything. Look at that. It's not doing anything. His units are coming in way too quick. The problem is like the melter problem is like the steel ball and the hacker, they weren't going in the same kind of direction. They weren't like syncing with the same target. I feel like that was the problem. So I still kind of believe in steel ball. Fortified target lock seems to be good. I think you just need to maybe add another hacker here, so You can hack the ones that's coming, it's kind of coming in. I think you need like, I think you need some missiles here as well. Right, so I do like a missile here, like a missile here. Right. Okay, so the locks are happening. This is looking good. Now it's starting to look real good. Okay, there it goes. Two are gone. Third one did nothing. But wait a second. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, what happened to this guy though? It's not fair. Okay, well, at least we have one. Okay, we get the tower. This guy's locked on, but the hacker is not doing anything. Okay, lose the tower, but it's maybe he doesn't have enough. Like the Phoenix is shooting at it, the ball's shooting at it, everything's shooting at this. Kind of get scammed there. It looks like we deserve to hack that. Okay, so it's just hackers and maybe the steel ball, I think, was the answer. Fortified lock probably is good. If you look at the damage, you know, they were definitely on the right target. So yeah, more hackers and fortified balls, I think, with the lock. A melter, I think if you got it in the drop, perhaps. The way he was pulling everything, you know, he was putting everything into this. He made us build our army on here. Then he just beaconed it over. So he was really exploiting us. See the multi-melter. I'm not sure about the multi-melter because the multi-melter would just get stuck on chaff. The fortified lock would be like a guarantee that they. Yeah, well, you know, the phantom rays, going for the phantom rays was our mistake. That's why we lost. I thought we were being smart there, but because I thought he had nothing that could deal with them, but he clicked anti-missile for some reason. I don't know if he's like hacking or something, but I'm joking. He's not hacking, but he's playing so well that it's basically like he's hacking my screen. And yeah, like he clicked anti-missile, then the phantom rays were completely useless. But yeah, if he's going into Rhino, I think you should go Melter and then you should go Hacker, as you suggested. Yeah, I mean, I only just recently figured out that you have to go Hacker into Melter. I mean, Hacker into Rhino. So I'm learning because you know it's so rare to see rhinos. So you know you're not going to be able to figure out like the first time, second time. But I guess next time I'll be more prepared. Yeah, well, round 4 mountain, round 4 factory is hard to deal with. Personally, I'm not sure what to do. Like, I'm thinking you gotta go Abyss, but All he has to do is just go for a melter after that. All right, this is a great pack. This is not bad too. I mean, you know, the only problem is you have the Void Eye, but this is just the perfect pack. So I feel like our chances of winning are 100%, but maybe you should never be so confident. No need to look at his board. We just position everything exactly as we do every single time. You could argue that these guys could be over to the side because they just get delayed, like walking into the tower for so long, but this is just what you do here. Pretty safe. Okay, speed spec. He's got sabers. He's got arc lights. Pretty much everything that gets countered by tanks and marksmen. So yeah, this is going to be a walk in the park in my opinion. I hope he goes for like Scorpion or maybe some kind of like Vulcan Scorch on round 2 if he can, but otherwise it's just going to be, it's almost a waste of time because there's no way you can lose with these tanks. He's watching our stream. No, he's not. He's not watching our stream. He's streaming himself. Like he doesn't have time to watch our stream. And the T-Man, I get the impression that T-Man's a very respectable player. You know, I don't think he cares too much about losing. Yeah, you know. I'll tell you what, him clicking anti-missile when we went Phantom Ray with armor, that's really suspicious. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why would you? Maybe he thought we were going to go for the anti-missile device or something, right? Maybe he's been making plays that are like pretty high IQ, so I wouldn't put it past him for him to, be making moves like that. I want to go for this, but there's no need. There's no need to take a risk. We'll just play it safe. Probably need to start selling out of stuff though. Because these cannons I don't think are doing that much. Or do we? Do we need to sell out of this? Yeah, I think his army is so slow that you have to start selling out of stuff. Put down the Fang here. Put down the Fang here, I think. Just so he can never missile this anymore. Okay, the way this game is going, I don't think he can possibly win here. You just cannot go sabers into these tanks. It's just not the right counter. There's very few counters that work, and it's definitely not that. Question is, do you go for the Wasp or the Phoenix? I think you just go for the Wasp here. Fire Badgers would be really good too here as a distraction, but he could put Wasps there still. I think we just go Wasps of our own because we don't have a way to deal with Wasp, so might as well just go for our own Wasp so we have something. What if you just do this or you put the second one here? I feel like you have to focus on this. We don't have mech rage yet, so there's no, it's not exactly much we can do. Like we can't pressure his tower yet. Yeah, you're right. I don't. I think his anti-missile was for the rhinos. So because otherwise he'd have to click the power slow tech, which is really expensive. This T-man is definitely like he's a rhino enjoyer for sure. You have to give credit to someone that's playing rhinos. Look at this. Look at this cheese. Like I wouldn't recommend doing this on the wasp round because you're almost always going to pick the wasp. You're almost always going to pick the wasp. Like there's no reason not to pick the wasp here. Yeah, we're winning here, but this is kind of just a waste of time. There's no way he can do anything. He can't do anything. Electromagnetic blast. We'll just skip now. He needs to go for the scorpion as soon as possible. Round 4, he needs to go like 4 scorpions. But if he had mass-produced scorpion, I think he could still win. Just wondering if we should put this here. Like it would be better here actually, just to force him to respond to this. Finally, we go for our mech rage. We'll try to take this tower real quick. Go for another chaff, I think. At this point, you can almost go for a fang because he doesn't have any chaff clear. You wonder if his play is gonna be like Vulcans or something, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant to go for the fang. But you know, we already have so many crawlers. You might as well just keep going more crawlers. Yep, look at this. So we do have armor. So I'm excited to see this because now we get to test our armor. See how good the armor works. So I guess next round we click armor, right? As long as he doesn't get a level on the Vulcans, you know, the armor is going to be pretty good. Wraith is another thing that he can't really quite deal with. Melting point or Wraith? I'm just throwing a Wraith here. There's nothing you can do about this, I think. A part of me wants to sell so we have more money. We don't care about anything. Do we just borrow and go for two more of these? 2 more tanks? I just don't see what else we can spend money on because he already has the Vulcans. So all right, well, let's give him a chance to come back, right? We'll do something that's not economically wise for us. And you know, if he doesn't. Okay, so he's got nothing here for this Wraith. He's got a fort though. But I think a single fort isn't going to do anything. What's his damage? 88. So yeah, he's not able to do anything on. He's basically even level 1 sledges are completely fine. That's gonna be it. So yeah, pretty easy. And then, you know, almost not even worth playing, but you know. See, armor works. Armor works. You know, this is why we put armor on our we're gonna put, you know, that's why we have armor and we like armor. Yeah, two versus two. Maybe you know we'll play some two versus two every now and then, but generally speaking, not. I tried to stream on Twitch like a second ago, but T-Man has all the viewers, so it's not really gonna work if I start from like zero viewers. There's no point. But you know, 44 viewers on YouTube, that's pretty good, right? That's like it's like half the amount of viewers that you know T-Man had for a moment there. Okay. Um, K K you know, he's pretty good, but I don't think I've lost him with the tanks yet, so I'm not sure if he's like figured anything out yet. All right. Um so I'm considering this, I'm considering this. Guess you have to go for this, right? But like what does the aerial spec do if we don't go air? That's the question. Like at least with this, I can have some chaff clear early that I might sell out of later. But with the tank, with the air spec, I'm not going air. Right? I might go Phoenixes, but is that worth 200? I don't think it's worth 200. I'd rather just get the money. Giant spec? Okay, so I guess he's thinking that he's gonna go Vulcan. There's no giant that I'm worried about except for the factory. I'm very scared of the factory, but that's the only that's the only giant I'm worried about. Okay, I guess this is reasonable. Is our tarantula too far forward or something? Because they got sniped pretty easy by the marksman. Okay, I think it's gonna be wasp. We need something and imagine he's gonna put his wasp like here. So if there's gonna be a side, it's probably not gonna be your strong side, it's gonna be your weak side, usually. I wonder if I want to do I want to sell this anti-AA cannon yet? I think so. It's not doing anything. Do you put another wasp here just as an insurance policy, or do you just keep going with the tanks? Do need a marksman, but in this round it's not going to do anything. What if you just keep going more fangs in the front? Just because, or maybe just put like a fang here, just to block his potential wasp play. Do we need to have a missile here? Okay. But yeah, I didn't need that missile. I thought it was a wasp swarm for some reason, so we're down 50. Okay, at least the missile doesn't get set off, but It's not going to be long before we lose this. Okay, so the wasp swarm, I think we're kind of okay with. There's no point in going for a wasp swarm of our own. Just go tanks. I think we just go 3 tanks here. Or maybe we go for mech rage, because this isn't doing that much anymore. Or maybe we sell this and go for mech rage. Sell this, you can go for mech rage and 1 more chaff, but I feel like this is doing a little bit more than this. So we'll go mech rage. Maybe we just throw down another missile here for this. Okay. We see the Vulcan. We know it's going to happen. We know what his game plan is. It could be a very bad missile. No, that's so bad. The problem here is we're losing too much on missiles. Okay, as long as the Vulcan doesn't get a level, we'll do what we did last round, which was go for the armor. But, float on coding, skip. Surely we sell something now. Yeah, we sell this. Is it time to go for the flank yet? He doesn't have any wasps in this corner, so potentially. Do we go speed? Do we try to get one of his yeah, we might as well just I think we waste another missile here. I'm going for this. I might hit this. Double shot is interesting. I don't know why he goes double shot. Okay, it's gonna work. Yeah, that's a big deal. You kill half of his tanks. Now your tanks are essentially immortal into his sledges, into his Vulcan. The flank did a lot there, and now we start turning the game. Once our tanks get levels, it's going to be even harder. Of course he can click. You can definitely click his you know, his scorching fire, but he needs range. He needs a couple things. Don't think we need any of this. I don't think any of this is good unless you want to go for like try to burn himself. Potentially go for this, throw down an oil, just kind of like a cheese. And why don't we go for the do we want to do this, or is that going to pull his chaff too far out? Yeah, I think I don't want to flank him right away. I want to want this oil to come down. Probably do need a marksman at some point though. Because if he goes for a Phoenix, not sure how we deal with that. Let's go for speed now. He's thinking the same thing here. But you know, the fire doesn't do anything to the tanks because of the armor. So yeah, scorching fire though, I mean, you know, it does something, but he needs to have a level on those. Once he gets a level on the Vulcans, then we might be in trouble. But right now we're fine. Speaking of which, he has a level now, so now this becomes a little bit tricky. At 340 damage, you're gonna need level. I mean, level 3 can block 180, block half now. I think you go for the attack upgrade here. Could go for the rhino. Okay, he's got this. He's got this. Why don't we go for the rhino assault and just like, just kill his stuff here. Let's make sure we got that correctly. Okay. All right, so he's got wasps that are a little bit concerning. We sell out of this. Don't know if you want to put this here. I mean, it's not bad because it still pulls some of his stuff. I think you want range at some point. Just go for the speed now. It's got the damage item. This guy's does nothing. This guy's going to do a lot, but, you know... Maybe we win this flank. Is it the rhino drop? Okay, we killed most of them, but not everything. At least his stuff is getting pulled. Look at these pulls though, right? These pulls are really, really wicked. Okay, is there a single marksman left? Man, with these increased damage wasps, that's not going to be good. So now we need a specific response for this. Is it going to be AA wasps? Usually AA wasp are kind of the counter. Farseer is obviously a counter. So is the Wraith. Wonder if you just go Wraith, but not into Marksman. You don't want to go Wraith into Marksman. The Farseer is just not a bad... It's just not a bad thing, even if you want to sell it. I'll just put it here. Need to upgrade everything. I think we go into our own AA wasps here. We sell something, go for temp range. Problem with the temp range is now his wasps are super late, which means that our wasps might lock on to the wrong unit, and then they're just going to be stuck on a Vulcan. Let's see how this goes, though. You just can't go... You can't go Wraith. You can't go Mustang because, you know, he's got the Mustangs have the same range as the sledges, which means they'll just go into fire and die. So I guess next tech is range on the Wasp. So we can we might even want to go for EMP at some point on the Wasp. He's leveling to level 3. That's not good. Additional deploy or advanced offensive tactics? I think it's additional deploy. But it's kind of, yeah, I think it's additional deploy. Click range, upgrade everything. And just get something here for the missile. So the only reason we put this here is just to block a missile. It's not going to do anything else. How much did this do? This guy did absolutely nothing. So I think we start borrowing because we need to use our deploys wisely. I don't know, dude. Probably put him in the middle, right? Or maybe we just spread them out like this. Definitely need temp range. Speed, I don't know, but temp range for sure. Okay. He's matched the range, but he's going to lose when it comes to aerial spec. Kind of decent missile. Clicked shielded fangs, which is interesting because I didn't see that many fangs on his front line. Would love to see EMP next on our units, on our wasps. This Vulcan is just a boss here. We kind of have air supremacy despite despite what's going on. So I think it's EMP next because you want to neuter. Okay, laser sights can be good. Or damage, but I think it's laser sights. Damage could be quite good as well. 53k. Laser sights do anything? I don't think so. I think you want the damage. Go for the fire again. Probably just put it here. Alright, so let's go EMP. This guy did nothing. Don't think you even need this anymore. I don't know about 3 more wasps. I wonder if it's like 3 more tanks. There's going to be an oil on our side as well. Probably need a shield. But it doesn't do anything. The shield doesn't do anything. Wonder if you even care, like DG. I want stats. I don't feel like our stats is in the greatest position possible. So, but at the same time, you can't afford to, like, you just go more wasps ever? Or is it more tanks? I don't think level 1 tanks are the answer. That's the problem. So it's just going to be a full tank. It's going to be full on wasps here. Somehow you want the wasps more closer in the middle, I think. Does he have an answer for the wasps? Still no answer. You would imagine that you'd be expecting to see like a million forts with Fort AA. Level 3, 520 damage. It's doing a lot. It's the shields now that are the problem. But once we get into the shields, then the I think a lot of his rhinos are just his units just become kind of garbage. I think that's going to be the game. Look, we didn't want to go into wasps. We didn't want to have to do this, but he turned this into an air battle, so we had to go into wasps. Okay, I think he survives another round. I want him to survive so we can see how this goes. Because Fort A is going to be the next tech, and you probably have to consider energy shield. I think you have to consider energy shield now. No lightning storm. Perfect. Phoenixes, Abyss. Phoenixes can be good. So melting points can be good as well. We are weak to potentially a Titan. You just go melting point just because you're worried about Titans. The melting points are good into pretty much everything. Have to click range. Do the old stomp, Goomba stomp again. Maybe we go on this side, just so he's not expecting it as much. All right. So, what is our play? I want to do this, but no money. We already have our insurance policy against Titans. Is it just more tanks? Surely it's not just more tanks, is it? Late chaff, crawlers, I don't see that doing anything. Would love to, though, get some tower upgrades. I feel like that's more important than even going for like the late chaff and stuff. If you're round 10, you need to go for the tower upgrades. At least like the defense or something. It's so hard to say here. Alright, we'll just go for 2 more fangs. Mainly just for the missile. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be Scorpion. We did go for the armor, so that's kind of good. Yeah, melters, if you don't know what to do, just, just go for the melter drop because it's going to be good into everything. Plus, he already has giants, so... Tell you what, that armor is pretty good. Look at this, right? Round 5, you block 300. Now, this is it's only doing 520. It's only doing 520. This is doing 340, right? So some of these tanks are immune. Are 240. You're blocking 346, 2/3. Now the key is like he can't have his Vulcan level up on round 1 or something, and then doesn't matter how many tanks you have, you're never going to catch up. But the way we played this with our tanks were kind of they were getting levels. We didn't they didn't get stuck on level 1. We just kept giving them levels, so it kind of worked. It really kind of worked, and this is the first game that we played with, with Vulcans, going into Vulcans with Scorch, and now the armor. So the armor now replaces the EMP. And you can see that you can still put EMP on the units. You just maybe put it on a different unit. You could put it on the Marksman. You could put it on the Wasp, etc. I find it interesting he also went range on the Wasp. Doesn't really make sense. I mean... Level 1, level 2 kind of makes sense, but level 1, I don't think it's going to kill... You'd have to have shields, right? You'd have to make sure the shield bubbles doesn't pop. And the damage on these Wasps were... they were decent-ish. Like, some of these guys they did nothing. Damages on the melting point were pretty decent. The main damage dealers were still the tanks. And, yeah, I mean, you could have even clicked AP. Probably you wanted to, but, we had so many deployments. There was just so many other things we, could have done. Maybe if you sold out of the Abyss or sold out of the melting point, just went for AP, probably would have won harder, if you think about it. So I think you could potentially have done that, but... What if he plays a Titan, right? What if I think the Titan still dies, but what if, like, he does something like... What if he goes for an Abyss? I mean, the Abyss dies. So, I don't know. Maybe the melting point was just too much of a safe play. But it felt like we were ahead. It felt like the only way we were going to lose that was with just something that, from left field... I guess the Abyss dies instantly, so he's never going Abyss. I was worried about the mountain plating. So if you want to make a sell, you sell out of this. I was worried about the mountain plating, because look at the damage, right? 1800, 2400. It does, you're only tickling the mountain. The only thing you have is when the Wasps come forward and they hit the mountain, then you can kill the mountain. So... Perhaps it was pretty unnecessary, right? And we really needed to get like these attack and damage enhancements. Okay, 200 left over. Nothing, nothing really you can buy, just except for some more fangs. So let's see how much. Let's see how much this does compared to before. We won by 1700, negative 1700. So we'll just calculate and see what the difference is. Because this is probably what I would have done if I wasn't trying to make a 400 IQ play with the melter. Let's just see. Like, maybe the melter was the reason why we won. You can imagine the AP shell is really good here into the Vulcans. It's just bad into the Okay, so this didn't do that well at all. We only did 1,000. And before we did 2,100. So yeah, the AP shell could be is very risky. Even though it makes sense here, like the AP shell will instantly kill all the stuff. It's very risky, right? Because you can end up nerfing yourself. Why don't we try that again, but instead of AP shell, let's just go... Let's just say we go for more tanks. There's very little that we could spend additional money on, so just go for a shield, go for a missile. So I think that a lot of the time it's just better to go more sledges than it is to go AP, just because you're so paranoid about losing the chaff war. At least with additional tanks, you have more DPS, you have more chaff clear, so you're not going to throw the game by going for more tanks. You will throw the game by going AP. And look at this. This is way more damage. Okay, wait. 1,800, so it's still less than the mountain. I mean, it's still less than the 2 melters, which is interesting. So yeah, I was right in going for the melter. The melter is just... It's good into everything. It's a good security policy. It's a good insurance policy. Maybe I forgot to upgrade the wasp or something there, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. He should have went for the the Mustangs, in my opinion. He needed to go for Mustangs. Like those Mustangs would have probably done a lot. Now, would it have won him the game? Maybe too little, too late there, but I think he should have went for the Mustangs. You have to go AP, because a lot of the times if you're going into like a if you're fighting Scorps or like sledges, I mean Scorps and Vulcans, or even like rhinos, like you need that AP sometimes, even though it's risky. Like quite often it can work, and when it works, it's like your only option. I don't think you can well, look at this. Did that count as a win or a loss there? Wow. So he found a way to. I think the guy might have dodged or something, but I didn't know you could dodge like that. Yeah, you still need AP. AP can be, it's like if you're going to forts or something, you need the you absolutely need it. It could be the most important tech. It sometimes can be, but if he's already got shielded fangs, you're probably just gonna throw. Unless you have some what you usually do is you go for ranged Mustangs behind, or you go for like a really good flank just to distract his chaff. But if you can do that, then the AP is like the best tech on the tanks because it triples their damage. I mean, it might only double it if you counter. If okay, look at this. Look at this pack. Question is, do you go for 3 chaff or do you just go for 2 tanks? Right? 3 chaff makes sense because you're not wasting a deployment. But like 3 chaff is smart too because you want those deploys, you want as much chaff as possible. So both scenarios are good. In this scenario, I don't know. I just go for 2 tanks. I don't care. Just say, and what's also good is you don't know where he's going to be positioned. He can easily be ASIM. And if you put like 2 tanks here, 2 tanks here, and he's just here, then you screwed yourself. So if we do this and we position it in the middle, you're kind of safe. So that's what we'll do. So like even here, this sledge isn't doing that much. You need mech rage and just push into the tower, but without mech rage, it doesn't do anything. So this is kind of why you sometimes want to have 3 chaff because the chaff, 3 fangs isn't going to be bad, but like this can be bad. Like half of your army is just going to go here, and you're fighting his whole army with half of your army. So this is one of the reasons why you don't want to have the 2 tanks, but it's better that we didn't put the tanks here because then imagine if you had a tank here. Like this tank, it turns and fights. You only are wasting a pack and a half of tanks, into the, nether world. Looks like we could sell this gun. He's got so much chaff coming in, but he still might lose this round. Well, he's supposed to lose this round because it's quick supply, but he's still losing the round with pack and half of the tanks going straight. Rhino Assault could be pretty deadly for us, but we're not going to care. We're just going to skip. Start selling out of this. Maybe we need to put some chaff down here, right? But I also want chaff in front. There's a lot of things I want to do here, but I don't have the deployments to do it. Which goes back to the idea of maybe it's good to have go for three chaff in the first round. Because if a rhino comes down here, you're gonna lose the round. You're gonna feed a lot of experience. So I don't know exactly what to do here, because that rhino assault is a huge problem. But at the same time, I'm just gonna continue to, just build. The crawler isn't even gonna do anything. I might as well just be like, you know what? If you want to go rhino assault, you go rhino assault. You're gonna win this round. That's fine. We're gonna let you win this round. No rhino assault in the back. Interesting. Instant scorpion. The instant scorpion is scary. So the scorpion counters the tank, but that's why you have the AP shell. The AP shell will, if you triple tech your tanks, you can beat the scorpion. But I think the scorpion, he's gonna win this round with the scorpion, with just 1 scorpion. Look at that. So scorpion definitely counters the tanks. See, all he did was throw in 1 scorpion and no technologies, but okay, so Mustang is going to be good. We might expect to have a Phantom Ray here. Could also be something here. Sell this because it's not doing anything. Maybe sell this. I don't know. We sell the dog first? Maybe we sell this first. So now he's got the fire. So there's a lot of things we got to be worried about now. Nice, we have Fire Badger in the corner. We need Phoenix. We need Marksman. Right? I think we actually have to start going into Phoenixes because the thing is not. We're starting to be in a little bit of trouble. I would love to. I'd love to like do something, but it's a huge problem here. Just put 2 missiles because I'm not quite sure if our flanks are going to be protected. Don't love the positioning of the Phoenix. Okay, look at this. Yeah, I don't know. I think I probably should have placed this in the opposite direction. Very bad missile. He's got his own Mustangs. So maybe that pivot into Phoenixes is going to be the reason why we lose this. I shouldn't have pivoted into Phoenixes. Because now he's got 3, right? Now he's got 3 of these, and well, you can't win anymore, I think, with tanks. We'll try, right? We'll still try, but I think we already lost. Because you can't do this. Smoke bomb is going to be our only chance. This isn't in a good position. You gotta have to put a tank down here. Guess you go range. I wonder if he actually like gotta sell this. I think you go for a shield. Just because there is going to be smoke. Ooh, interesting smoke position. Whoa, look at that. Looks like Scorpions is very, very dangerous into the tanks. So we're gonna need to go triple tech and try to see if we could save the game. But the Phoenix was our mistake, right? You cannot commit into other units. I thought maybe we were covering our flanks or something, but no. Okay, Rhino assault, perhaps. I think we're gonna have to pressure here. We're gonna have to go for his flanks. Wow, how did this guy do like 3rd place in damage? It's kind of crazy. What do we do here? Do we just missile this? Okay, so the good news is we might win this, but he's level 2 on that tower. Uh-oh. Level 3 Scorpion. So level 3 Scorpion. I guess you need to have Fang Shield or something. Marksman can be kind of good, but it's only into air threats. We already have Phoenixes. I think it's just go for the cell. Doesn't feel amazing, but I don't know. Marksman? Theoretically, Marksman's not bad. Alright, let's just go for the Marksman since it's not a bad unit to have. Okay, we're gonna need like Mech Rage. Probably some kind of shield. This guy's doing nothing. Our only saving hope here is this shield kind of coming through here. Okay, putting a worm here is not amazing, I think, for him. It takes too long for the worm to do anything. So, if anything, that could be a way for us to come back into this. With this amount of chaff, I don't know if you want to click AP. You know, the Mech Rage is great, but how good is the AP? And how good is the Shielded Fangs into Tarantula and Mustang? It's kind of looking okay here. Man, these Mustangs are just creating such a problem. I think that's it. We lost to this because we went for the Phoenix. Oh man, those Phoenixes. You know, this is why people that play tanks, they go for the Marksman. Now the Marksman drop, probably shouldn't have gone for that, but yeah, you don't go for Phoenix. Maybe in a drop, but you don't unlock the Phoenix ever. Always go for the Marksman if you're worried about AA. We invested way too much on defending this flank, and the Mustang was complete garbage as well. So this is the reason why we lost that one. All right, get an instant rematch against the Goldfish. You know, instead of the Mustang, if you're worried about the flank, just go for the I mean, if you're worried about the flank, go for the Wasp. And this is something I you know, I just keep forgetting. You got to go for the Wasp if you're worried about the flank, because late Wasps are good for you. And obviously, if you're not going for the Wasp, then just go for, you know, to just go for more tanks and tank techs. We had to get, if we had triple tech, maybe, but then the problem was, you know, he had so much chaff. Yeah, I mean, look, it's, if you're going against Scorpion, it's not great. He was in Scorpion on round 2. So most of the games that you win with sledge spam is when the opponent doesn't know what they're doing, and they like they try something, and then they try something else, and then they finally go for Scorpions. Right? If he plays it correctly with Scorpions, the Scorpions should win. Unless, you know, like, you know, because the Scorpions, they do counter the you know, they do counter the sledges, and he has good chaff clear with the tarantulas, so to technically, you know, we would be the one that has to do something to cheese him. All right, we meet the Zemp. So Zemp, I don't know why he's so low. He says he's lost a lot of MMR from trying to counter sledge spam. So let's just see how good he is. And look at this. This is one of the better this is one of the better packs you can ask for. Maybe the best pack you can ask for. Because it's better than the Typhoon. So we really should have no excuse this time. Cost control. Okay, so maybe he's going to go into zone tanks. He's got the EMP instead of the AP. I don't think the EMP does that much. I played a tank mirror where the guy went EMP and it just didn't do anything for him. Right. Our gun is doing something. Haste module, laser sight, intensive training. Haste module. I don't know about the haste module. I think it's a skip here, but imagine if he clicks this. That'd be pretty bad. Okay, so we sell this gun. It's either 2 tanks or we go into like 2 tanks, 2 chaff. And 1 tank, 2 chaff. I'm actually thinking about going for the chaff here. Because I'm a little bit worried about potential anti-air. Okay, look at this. He went for the air, so at least we did the right move there. But I'm a little bit worried. He's already level 2. He's got so many tanks. We have to take the tower in order for us to be able to win the side. And I think we just don't have anything left. Yeah, I think with this intensive training, he's clearly trying to fight tanks with tanks, which is a bit of an issue. I think you want to go for the Mustang. I'm not sure, though. Mustang is, it's long term, it's pretty good. Wonder if you just put it here. All right, so you have to go more tanks. Probably just go straight into Mech Rage. He puts a Wasp down here, we're going to be screwed. Wonder if you just put this here, just because we know that we're kind of weak on this side. We know that if he's going to cheese us, he's going to cheese this side. And he doesn't have the AA gun here, but no. Maybe just put it in the middle. Look at this. Ready to get that Fire Badger. That's from the drop, eh? Okay. At least we delay this slightly. Level 2 Fire Badger as well. So as we said, if we're going to defend this flank, we could probably just put a tank here. If anything, you can put a Wasp. But yeah, the good news is that we were already losing before we lost the flank. That's the good news. So we didn't quite lose because of that. Okay, go for this instantly. You could. This is what you do for this is the best flank defense. Now I'm wondering what do we do here? You need more tanks, but then the range is also an issue. Wonder if you start like pulling his units, at least like on this side or something. Probably not bad idea. Not sure if this is too early. And we can go for speed. I think the speed is important here. Probably gonna get his tower from this. Level 3 sledge though is kind of crazy. But this is why we're also allowed to go for the flank. We have 2 marksmen still alive. And there we go. This is the power of the flank. Gotta be careful. We can also get flanked the same way. The Wraith, the Wasp. You'd think that the Wraith is better. Well, because he can easily use the Wraith to defend a flank. We might want to do the same thing. However, since there's no flank, I don't know about that. 350? Don't know, like, if it's worth it. I mean, could just go for the Tarantula and sell it. I'm not the biggest fan of Wraith, so yeah, I just prefer to go into more tanks. We can go for like, go for crawlers. We can go for, at this point he doesn't have much that can beat Mass Fang, so kind of like the Fangs here. And sets us up for a good Fang shield. Okay, so he's got the Wasp. Fair enough. I'm not worried about the Wasp because we do have Mustangs available. Like if we could just we can clean up, then he's gonna lose the tower, and then we can potentially clean up his Wasps. But his towers are level 2 now. Still, his air units still fall. So things are going well, I have to admit. Another additional deploy. I feel like there's no need for that many more. Wouldn't mind going for look how little damage it did. 3k damage. The electromag blast would be pretty sweet. However, he doesn't have that many techs anyways. Be good for him. Additional deploy, I feel like it's almost too much. Additional deploys could still be good. If you want to click the shield, it could still be good, but I think it's a little too much. Might just want to click shield on our for the EMP blast. Okay, he sold out of this. Maybe we sell out of this. And the next part of our build is just more tanks. We could go for another Mustang, but it's almost unnecessary. I just, just keep going for more tanks. Um, go for normal Fang and then 3 elite recruit tanks. Oops, we needed to click the attack upgrade. Thank God we shielded here though. I think it's fine. I feel like we're so far ahead that the attack upgrade doesn't matter. Look, he's invested into Phoenixes, which do nothing. He's got Wasps, which are scary, but if he loses the ground battle, then the Wasps don't, you know, even the Marksman can clean up the Wasp. Okay. Yeah, you know, okay, so smoke is great, so is the speed. I think we go for the smoke, or I think we go for the speed, and then we just shield for the smoke. All right, so what do we do here? We want to get these attack upgrades. Why don't we go for more fangs? Can we click Fang Shield this round, or is it not going to be possible this round? I think if you just borrow, we can click Fang Shield. Might be worth it, because look at how much chaff you end up with. It's almost ridiculous. Range and speed, or... You have enough speed, right? Range would be good. Maybe go for the speed anyways. Okay, so the smoke does come down. We're borrowing, he's not borrowing. That smoke is going to be a little nasty. Look at this flank, though. Flank is going to do something. But look at these shielded fangs. How good are these shielded fangs? Probably super good. And now he's got to build something, like, he's got to build Mustangs or something. Because these shielded fangs are just, you know, they're not good for him. Uh-oh, where's our anti-air? Okay, we still got one. But let's not lose this shield. Let's not lose this this marksman. Wait, how do we lose that? That doesn't make sense. How do we lose that? Photon emission, probably good. Given that it's so late into the game. We're borrowing, we're clicking range. Now I guess you might want AP shells, but he's gonna go loose formation. So you're gonna have to click. I think it's time for the I mean, you gotta put some. You gotta put a tank here, just for this, right? That's the problem. It's part of the problem. You can't really just put a Mustang here, I think. We're also expecting to have a flank here. Okay, so do something like this, or this, or this. Probably this, right? Temp speed. And let's just do this. Okay, get an oil. Yep, the tank is there. It's got fire. Makes sense. Fire's really good into the Mustangs as well. It's a bit of a problem. I was expecting loose formation. Maybe Zemp has beaten us. Or maybe it's just that we, you know, our Mustangs need to come online. Can't even see what's going on, but okay, we got the tower, so that's good. The fire is just everywhere. And he's got these, what, level 8? Oh, level 6. Okay, so he's got crazy strong sledges. It's a bit of a problem. We're going to click AP, though, next round. I think you need the missile interceptors. Man, imagine just going fire here. Kind of feel like just going fire, but every single time I go fire, I end up losing. But imagine just like doing it anyways. We need missile interceptors for his fire. And maybe not that 4 forward, we'll just put it here. He's got 2, he's got 3, so we'll put down 3. We can set him on fire potentially. But now we don't have any money for the now we don't have any money for our AP spell. So okay, let's go back. Start from scratch. Missile interceptor, 4 missile interceptors. Let's click this. Yeah, you just don't have any money here. At least get an oil down here. Sell out of one of these guys. Can we click this? 150? That's not good. Okay, let's let this on fire. There we go. We have AP now. He has, well, look at this pull. Look at these pulls. How is this tank still alive? All right, I'm kind of happy I didn't go for the throw, because that would have been bad. Oh my god, look at that. Now I just want to win. Okay, we skip here. This is getting really close. And this is getting almost too close for comfort here. All our missile interceptors are still around. He added 1, 2, 3. He added another one. Let's see. We only have enough money for just 3 more things. I think you sell this since it doesn't do anything. This guy, let's get him to spray some fire down. And just go for 2 more chaff, I guess. There's not much else we can do. Uh oh, look at this. Look at this. Very, very, the problem is I feel like the fire's gonna do a lot. We should have put a shield down, but I feel like yeah, maybe instead of going for this, we should just put down 3 shields. Every single time I go for this, I end up throwing. My thought process is that we need better chaff clear since we're nerfing our own chaff clear, but you'd imagine that this stuff dies instantly, but look at this fire though. That's so much fire. And now we might be in a bit of a problem. Yeah, we threw down a little bit fire on his side of the map, but for 300, it would have been better to have shields for sure. He went for this rejuvenation technology. I think it's too much for him. He doesn't have that much chaff. There's just too much tanks. Yeah, thank you, Tank Master. All right, there. Yeah, you know, never click this. Every single time I don't know about never click this, but it feels like every single time we click this, we ended up losing. So it would have been better to just sell and like get some shields and maybe, you know, go for a better upgrade. But you could see the power of the AP here. The AP is just insanely good. He went for the triple tech, but man, the EMP does nothing compared to the AP. So this is why you need AP shells. Go into that replay and just take a look at how we should have played that last round. I feel like he played it pretty well, but there's not much else he could have done. He didn't have a good tech to counter. Like he needs AP. I don't think EMP does anything for him. All right, so we're going to take a look at first of all, I want to see what we could have done better because I feel like we were close to throwing the game with the war crimes the previous round, and we nearly threw the game, like, you know, this round. So, okay, so missile everything. I don't know about okay, we go for the speed. I think you gotta go for these upgrades though. That's the problem. So I think you go for maybe like 2 chaff or something, but just look at your upgrades, right? Like you probably want armor, you probably want both. So if you had to choose one, which one do you go for? Perhaps you go for the armor. Perhaps you go for probably go for armor because you already have way too much attack. You're overkilling everything already. Right, so this is the way I probably would have liked to play this. Fangs are still running in, mostly dying, but there's still, you know, there's still a few Fangs, especially on this side. The frame rate's like 1 per second. You just win way more here. This has got to be like 3K. And let's take a look at what happens if you go for war crimes, because we were very close to going to throwing the game there. My thought process is that with war crimes, we can just go AP because everything is on fire. But it never ever ends up that way. It always ends up being a throw. So let's test our theory. And the thing is, the problem is you don't have money for the AP. You can't, you'd have to just click it and not upgrade anything. Which is, I don't think you want that. So that's the reason why we decided not to go for it. You have to go for at least 3 anti-missile devices, which is going to be cutting into the bank. And now all of a sudden you don't have anything. There's no money for anything. You might be able to do this. And we'll just see how badly that this would have ended up. Because we don't even have the problem is he doesn't have any chaff. He's got like, it looks like it was just those 2 chaff coming in and that was it. So I think that's his main problem. He just doesn't have chaff. Okay, so we still win. I thought it would be a throw, but it's still a win. And the reason why is because we went for the anti-missile devices, so his previous turn with the fire is pretty much, you know, got countered by 300. He spent like 1,000 and it got countered by 300. So that's kind of why I think we won that round no matter what. Okay, so we actually did go AP. We got him down. It worked a lot better. I mean, it got him to 2,600. Right, so that was a good play in my opinion. Last round, we've already figured it out. We need to sell this instead of going for the partial. He went underground threat, right? Thinking that it would run through the fire, but I think level 1, it doesn't do anything. And there's not enough chaff clear. For him at this point, I think his only hope might be some kind of Titan cheese. You know, but 5,000 damage is not, it's not really gonna work, but I'm guessing this is the only thing he might be able to do at this point. Just put it like right here. I like his play though with the phoenixes aren't doing anything. Ooh, what if he just upgrades this? And what if he, like, you know, if he goes somewhere where he doesn't die instantly? I think this is maybe okay. But the problem is 7k damage is a lot. You know, that's like 30k a volley. You know, it's not gonna last that long, this Titan. Still shooting at the shielded fangs, so yeah, he just doesn't have enough. I think he might want to consider like going for like a wasp push. I mean a wraith push maybe. Like if he puts a wraith here, he can't, like, we can't kill we can't kill him anymore. So if you take this, you sell this, right? Then you put it into the wraith, and then you upgrade the wraith. Like that's got to be good. Click armor. So maybe have something here. You know, he's not going to be able to do anything here. Yes, there is that one marksman, but it gets sold. Then you just have like something here and here. I don't know about it pushing in, but it might, you know. I mean, if you just push it in, like it could work also. Why not? Why don't we try that? So ideally I'd go for 8 gun, but I don't have the money for that. So it's just kind of vanilla. Okay, we'll just put this here for the fire. Okay, this is looking... Looks like these guys might get in. But if it has to go through all the tanks, I think all the army is going to be dead before that happens. Tanks are really tanky. Okay, we're able to get to the tower. I think we might be able to cheese around here because I don't think he's got that many... Yeah, he doesn't have that much left. He's not going to be able to kill this, and that's going to be like, you know, 1,300 damage or something. Look at this. So this is the secret way to beat the unstoppable army there. Now we have 1,000 HP. Look, I mean, if he played that, you know, it could, you know, it was very close to killing us. And if he just optimized that a little bit better, I think he could still, I think he could get the fatal blow there. So I think what he does here is, like, let's say he Yeah, you probably want to sell this, right? Or do we just sell this instead? Hard to say, right? I mean, you could upgrade this again. Then you sell this, right? Then you put this maybe on this. I don't know if that does anything. And then you go into like... Honestly, I don't even think you need the armor. Like the armor doesn't even... Like the armor is good, but it's not even required. I'd rather go for 8 gun. And let's just say you go in through the middle or something. You go for attack? Maybe. Just go for the attack here. Armor could be good too, but let's just say we go for the attack. Because there's just so few things that can deal with this Wraith Ball. Problem is that you're gonna have to kill the tanks. The level 4 Mustang is no joke. It's a little bit scary, but if you can kill those tanks, yeah, maybe you do need the shield. Maybe you do need the armor, I mean. So much money. Okay, go for armor, and you can also go for 8 gun as well. No temp range, but maybe this is going to be fine. The thing is, if you're pushing in through here, you're gonna have to go through like a lot of you're gonna have to go through a lot of high level units. But if you push in through here, you might be fine, because these level 4, you only have to push in through a little bit less. It's kind of the weakness of the build, because we decided that we don't need marksman anymore because we're not seeing any wraith. What you do is you just throw in the wraith, and all of a sudden, like, I think, you know, you can do fatal damage. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we still just only win by the... It's close. We have another Phoenix now. So it's slightly better, but it's not amazing. You're probably, if you put the wraiths in the corner, I feel like that's even better. So we'll try this again, upgrade him again. Hit sell out. Put this here. I feel like if you put the like 2 wraiths in the corner, it's just so it could soak up all the Mustang shots. Then, you know, your Phoenixes are going to be safe. Then just push in with these. 8 gun is still probably a good idea. The beacon, yeah, it's not bad. Probably just go like this, or I'd probably just go for like a really weird angle, maybe like, you know, from here to like here. Okay, let's see if this works. I mean, there is the marksman shooting at it. So this one will probably die. But look at this. This is just wiping out all of the Mustangs. This guy is not going in the great direction, but might still be okay. No, that's gonna die. Where did these Mustangs come from? Okay. Yeah, I think it's hard to get fatal here. Maybe there's a way to do it, but I think, you know, they think the story is, you know, don't underestimate these wraiths when you feel like there's an unbeatable sledge mirror. All right, guys. I'm gonna be done with this stream, and I appreciate everyone watching here. I'm gonna just respond to some of these comments here. Yeah, Saucer Squad. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the stream.